Hi there! In this video, I'm going to give you some tips on how to take on 5 of the most annoying enemies and bosses in Streets of Rage 4. I'm just going to preface by saying that I'm not a pro by any means, but I've definitely put in the hours and learned a thing or two that I would like to share. So to begin, let's talk about 3 different ways you can avoid taking damage in the middle of a fight. So the first one is the neutral vertical jump. During the height of this jump, there are a couple of frames there where you can avoid taking any damage at all, but your timing has to be perfect. The second way is during the animation of a throw. So say you throw an enemy, during that short period you will avoid taking all damage. And the third way is of course the defensive special, which is a risk-reward kind of thing which is shown in the fighting tips. So first on our list is the blue cop Murphy. Seen a lot of people struggle with this enemy, but once you understand the way he operates, it's actually quite simple. So the first step is to destroy his shield, which can regenerate after some time. The key thing here is to watch his left arm. Once he raises it, you want to time a jump kick just as he goes to strike. Once you land, throw in a couple of jabs, then time your next jump kick. Once the shield is broken, unleash on him and the fight is over. An even safer way is to switch him up by jump kicking over his head, but this becomes less effective the more enemies there are on the screen. Next on the list are the biker chicks. They usually appear in packs, and the most effective way is to deal with them one at a time. Air kicks are quite effective, but you need to pay attention to their signature move, which is the head charge. This move can be quite annoying at times because they can sometimes charge up off the screen, and sometimes this may not even trigger an audio cue, which gives you next to no time at all to react. It's also worth noting that if there's any destructible obstacles in the way, this will cause the head charge to lag by a split second, which could really mess up your timing. So be mindful of that. Once you successfully dodge it though, feel free to unleash, but be careful of the knockdown counter, as it can't be interrupted. Neutral air kicks do seem to work though, and if you can force them against the edge of the screen, things become a lot easier, because you can continue to lay down the damage. Third on the list is BARBON, who is the boss for the underground level. He's got quite a limited moveset, but one thing for sure is you don't want to air kick him because he's got this nasty anti-air attack. Apart from that, it's actually quite simple. He's either going to chase you around and try to perform a gut punch, or he'll charge up a couple of kicks, which can be quite devastating. So try your best to avoid it. Avoid it as if he's got COVID. And I'll show you how to do that in just a second, but first, you may not have known this, but none of his minions actually spawn unless you destroy his motorbikes, which means it's entirely possible for you to have just a one-on-one with BARBON, if that's what you want to do. But of course you'll be forfeiting the extra stars and the extra health items. Alright, so back to his kicks. In the first phase he'll only charge up 2 kicks, but once he gets down to a certain amount of health, he'll be able to charge up and do 5 consecutive kicks. When he does this, you want to position yourself so that you are exactly directly above him or directly below him. This is because when he attacks, he only moves in a diagonal direction, and if you dance with him in just the right way, I can guarantee that you'll take no damage at all. So when he moves up, you move down, and if he moves down, you move up. Together you're creating something that resembles the shape of an X, and you should change your direction every time you hear him grunt. And this is what I call the BARBON dance. So if he's chasing you, use the Y axis to avoid his punch, then counter, and if he charges up a kick, perform the dance and then punish. You do want to act quick though, because he does have a short stun time. Next up is GORO. This is the man that wears the black belt and the white gi. The number one thing to do is avoid approaching him head on. This guy has a nasty focus punch, powerful enough to knock you straight out of an elevator. His other move is to put up guard, where if you attack, you'll be met with a swift counter strike. So the method I use is to completely avoid his line by using the Y-axis, and when you're close enough, you want to grab him and then mash the attack button. You don't want to perform any knee kicks because he'll just jump out, and he will also jump out of the grab if you take too long. So again, keep out of his lane. When you get close enough, grab and then quickly mash attack. This strategy is reliable and effective. Much more effective than this keto diet I'm on. Okay, and finally on this list is everyone's favourite, the Commissioner. So let's take a look at his moves first. He has this quick uppercut, two variations of an overhand punch which both require wind up, a red flash move which is a throw, and of course his horizontal charge. In essence, this strategy is just a war of attrition. We are going to bait out a move and then respond with a moderate combo. If he's following you around the map, he's going to throw an uppercut. You can evade this with a defensive special or moving vertically and then responding. When he charges an overarm throw, stay out of range and then retaliate. And if he's going for the grab, the best thing you can do is throw an air kick to knock him down and cancel the move. It gets much more complicated when he has backup. I usually prioritize these guys to get him out of the way quickly, but don't get greedy by performing long chain combos because it'll leave you vulnerable. Things really get tricky when Barney shows up. When this happens, you really do need to prioritize Barney. Knock the taser out of his hand any way you can, even if you have to use a star move. Once he gets back up, he'll always want his taser. So try to keep some distance between him and the taser. Better yet, you want to destroy it as soon as possible, because Barney has one of the most quickest grabs in the game and can really mess up your combo. So yeah, like I said, this is going to be a slow, drawn out fight. The Commissioner will get more aggressive the lower his health is. He'll start charging more, which means you can wait for him at the edge of the screen and then respond appropriately. My favourite combo is the double punch, grab, double knee, and then blitz move. And that just about wraps up the video. I also do have to give an honourable mention to the GALSIA with a knife. These formidable foes are ruthless. With their perfect posture and dirty fighting techniques, the streets are mean, and this little guy is the cause of a lot of rage. Nobody knows the origin story of the GALSIA and his knife. He's the bane of our collective existence. We don't know where he came from, and we don't know what he wants. There is only one true response. We need to give up. Just give up right now. Turn off the game, put your console up on eBay, and go to sleep. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.